You go with my phone.
And others. And others.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. And I just...
I'm not excited. Up for it. Really up for it. Can't wait.
Oh, stop it. Don't you dare. You're not.
I'm just so humbled by what you all do for these children and for CASPA. And when I was running, when I was training, what kept me going when I was really feeling like, it's genuinely that any moment we have like that is nothing compared to what our children, the families, the mums and dads have to go through on a daily, weekly basis to fight for the understanding and the struggle of actually living with a disability like autism in the family. So just digging deep, enjoy yourselves. I know you will. And
rattle those tins.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah, get round him. Well done, girl.
See you on the other side.
In 1993, Chris, my wife and I had a baby, and Matthew was diagnosed with autism. And he's also got severe learning difficulties, and it made life very difficult for him and obviously very difficult for us. However, we thought a good idea would be to take him to a club that we'd heard about that had been set up in recent years for kids with autism. Now Matthew doesn't like people and he doesn't like noise, but we took him along to the club, and within a couple of weeks he'd become a firm attender at the club because he'd met a couple of people, Helen and Sarah. And in fact he didn't used to say, I want to go to CASPA, he used to say, I want to go to Sarah. And this made us really kind of attached to CASPA. In 2008, which was about 3 years after Matthew started at CASPA, I was 50, and I decided as a big kind of final culmination of my newfound running career, I would run a 50-kilometre 3-day run. Now this to me sounded a monstrous target. So I started outside the door of the flat that I was born in 1957, and I ran the half marathon, 10 miler and a 10k, including going over Tower Bridge, finishing at CASPA. And I thought that's the end of that in terms of the big runs. However, it turned out that that was the beginning of that. And people said, what are we going to do next? So 2 years later, I decided we'd go to 4 days and we'd run from London to Brighton. And every year since then, we've done a 4-day run. They've got more and more adventurous, including going over the highest mountain in England outside of the Lake District, which we did in 1.5 foot of snow and a blizzard. You feel like you're doing something worthwhile, and this year we've been on the Isle of Wight, and my main aim is to raise some cash to keep CASPA going, to use that money to work for the 250 families that we support, and I've this year got 35 people involved in raising money. So there's a mixture of things, but out of it comes this wonderful 4 days running.
Too much uphill. We need more downhill, that's what I reckon. More and more downhill. Start this uphill business.
Now we've got to sing. Enjoy yourself.
don't know the words, don't
Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Cheers! What should I do with my devil's finger? I don't know! Anything! I don't know. Come They're on your eyes!
So the walkers and the runners and the biker, we're all going for it today. Rob's got a challenge. He's off on about a 55-mile ride. But we're going to race to the Dairyman's Daughter. That's a pub. In case you That's where we're having a little drink at 2/3 of the distance. And the walkers are also going to be doing about half marathon, a bit more. We've got beautiful weather, so be mindful. That means every now and again just stop and look round. And remember, especially those doing the trail marathon, you may not do another one, you never know. So make the most of it and enjoy it.
Oh yes.
Guts it out, we got to guts it out together because they are tricky. And not normal people don't do 28 and 25k before they do it. They usually have a rest for about a week. Everybody all right?
Yay!
I think it's more about teamwork, it's more about going to places that people will perhaps never go to. So we've done Hadrian's Wall, we've done the Cornish Coast Path, we've run the Pennine, Northern Pennines, and now the Isle of Wight. Places that people have never been to before and are unlikely to go to again doing such runs. So they're actually things they'll remember for life.
Hard, really hard. We got here at the end, and this is what I've been focusing on all the way.
Like, I can't get up. I'm stuck.
This year we've had the director of CASPA running with us, and it's been great for people to really get a feel for CASPA. At the end of each of these runs, I've taken everybody down to the clubs so that they can see some of the kids who are benefiting from it. And let's face it, some of those youngsters, most of those youngsters with autism are not able to go out and run on their own. They'd have to have a carer with them. And it just reminds you when you're out running that you have the freedom to run and you're raising money for people who don't have that freedom. And I think that's pretty motivational. actually even now we're on the last day of 4 days running and people are talking about next year. So already it's getting us revved up for going to Ireland, the west of Ireland, to do the Wild Atlantic Way, which sounds romantic because it's from Galway Bay to Shannon, so it should be a great event. I'll probably give myself a week off before I start planning that one.